Morning. I tell you what, we are starting the day off wrong. So I am filling up this tank so my cousin can power wash the patio he poured me. And this thing leaks like a sieve. But also, got a flat tire. So I got to replace this before I can take it back there. Need to get about 16 different bank papers for the house project. And sometime in there, Dad just informed me we're going to clean out a corn bin that's got last year's corn, and we want to harvest beans. So, fantastic. Glad this way this day's shaping up. Always interesting. Always interesting. Well, we had a spare tire. She's a little old, she's a little dry rotten, but we're only going back a gravel road half a mile, so we should be fine. Do need to replace that one though, because this wheel just doesn't quite fit this trailer the best. But like I said, to go half a mile or 3/4 mile, whatever it is, back to the house site, we'll be fine. Jeff just got here. AJ, the electrician, he's working on the grain or the dryer. He just about got it done. We should be able to dry corn here in a day or two. Dad's going to go after a gas line for it, and BJ had to go to the bank. So once everybody gets back and gets done with their morning tasks, I think we're going to continue to run beans. But Dad told me to sweep one of these bins out and get it ready for corn, so I don't know. You know us folks, we change our mind pretty often. It's one other thing we got to do today that I forgot about. My buddy Monroe, my co-host of the podcast. I know that we haven't had an episode out in a while, but I do actually have one edited that is ready to go, with Cade Stover starting tight end of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Great podcast. Cade is a farm boy, so that'll be an interesting one. I'll let you guys know when that drops. But anyways, Monroe is here. Monroe is a handyman extraordinaire. And he is actually going to install our kitchen cabinets for us in the new office. Yep, Monroe's going to hang these for us, and then we'll have to stain them at some point.
Well, that might be right, because we have a 36 plus a 12. I guess that would be right.
So Monroe is all situated. We got all the parts accounted for. So it's sprinkling now. It's not sprinkling much, but it's not a real good bean day. So we're going to go over to the old grain setup and do some work on it. That'll be fun. We're going to have a good time. Yeah, so we got to clean this stuff out of this bin. It's just rotten corn. These old concrete floor bins, they collect moisture right around the edges. Then we get that. Ideally, we'd love to put false floors in these bins. Hopefully someday we do. Alleviate a lot of this issue. But that needs shuffled out. You talk about stink. This bin here has old corn in it, but our holding bin up here is leaking pretty bad. We're gonna have to fix that before we can haul out. So that kind of scratches that in the foot. Jeff, did you see yourself on YouTube yet?
I did, and I sound like a Kentuckian really, really bad.
Yep. Didn't know you were that ugly either, did you?
Oh yeah, I knew that part.
They said the camera puts on 10 to 15 pounds.
That make me 150.
What's that make you, BJ? BJ was about 150 when he started here. So you better watch out.
Feed me lunch.
So we're gonna take a Challenger over to the shop. We're gonna bring the Fendt back and hook it up to that grain cart.
At least I think that's the plan. First we're gonna put this thing up.
So in the comments of this video, why don't you guys ask BJ what happened to that door? Spoiler alert, that's where the grain cart goes.
That valve on that top one there.
So now we're off to get the Fendt. It isn't looking like we're going to be harvesting today, which is unfortunate. I like harvesting, but it's trying to rain, and we're kind of trying to finish up this dryer. Dad's doing some fabricating at the moment, and me and BJ are doing some odds and ends things around the bins. We need to get the other grain bins prepped, because if it keeps up this misting thing, and there's a chance of rain this afternoon, going into the next 3 days, we will be running corn this week instead of beans. And if that's the case, we're going to be trying to run corn into the other grain bins, and none of those bins have been prepped. They need to be swept, sprayed, locked up. The moisture cables need tied down, and they'll be good to go. I had to go swap vehicles. My pickup truck will not hold a charge, so I think I need 2 new batteries, is my guess. Had them tested, they came back that they were fine. They should last longer than 30 minutes. Shut my truck off, went in and got a cabinet out of Menards, came back out, the truck was dead. The old Jeep's got the leak and squeak package. Turns out when you take a roll, your trim squeaks. Oh man, we're getting places.
Yeah.
You work quick. This is a specialty tool.
Yeah. It's a cabinet face, I don't even know, face clamp I guess. But it goes on the face of the cabinet, holds the 2 cabinets together, and then it's got a clamp this way to bring them flush. And then it's even got a guide to run a drill bit through there.
Oh, so this is kind of like your jig for drilling them out and everything. Yeah.
Everything, yeah, it does it all. Then I run an 1/8 inch drill bit through there. And then run
Think how much better it'd work if you had a Milwaukee drill.
Well,
I got mine in my truck if you want to borrow it.
I knew sooner or later that was going to come up, but you know, I got DeWalt bits and DeWalt.
You know what? You're doing it. Your bits look fine. Your drill bits look fine.
Yeah. I do have a Milwaukee bit around here somewhere. Ooh. I'm waiting on it to break, then I'm going to call you and be like, hey, the strain was too much for it to bear.
This very well might be the first time those tires have been on gravel. We put them on, pulled them into our shop, so they're on a little bit of gravel there. And then it's just been on low boys and to farm shows, so they're probably not shiny anymore, the tires. It's probably the first tractor I've ever had with tire shine on it. Tell you, I think that thing looks pretty. I think it looks pretty bad. But hopefully it doesn't run me over. Kind of running that way. Hopefully it avoids the post again. That is a pretty awesome grain cart setup though, all the way around. New Unverferth 1319, a Fendt 1038 on some LSWs. Pretty slick. So is it magical?
Oh, it's beautiful. You know what's cool? Walking around right through here and not hitting your face off a tarp handle.
It's taller. It's closer to the roof now. I think that's the high point. Well guys, that is it for this video. Time kind of got away from me a little bit here, but it's like 8 o'clock now. Aww.